everyone, it's Chloe from Papercraft Menagerie. Firstly, I want to apologise for how long it's taken me to get the next part of this series out. But anyway, life got a little bit busy. But let's start on the first insert page for this little elastic piece. So with how much space the other stuff's taken up, my plan was to kind of have a folded piece of paper tucked in, but because of how much space it's taken up, I think I can only do a single sheet. So what I'm going to do is kind of fold a bit of material in half and sew it to the page and then thread this elastic through it, so it won't actually be, it would be removable, but it would take a little bit of time to remove it. So let's get started on that one. So I'm going to be using just a folder to make this one. So my plan is to make a single sheet that then has like kind of a little flap that folds over. I am going to make it double-sided just so that way we can work on this sheet and do all the sewing we need to without it coming across onto this one. And then I will close it and sew around it, and then it'll be fully closed in sheet. So the measurements for that will be probably just slightly smaller than the folder, so I'll make it maybe 21.5. Yep, let's do 21.5 centimeters tall, and then um, 17 centimeters across. So first, let's cut it to the correct height. I'm going to leave the fold as the top part. Now, because I want to keep a little bit of a flap, we're going to fold it and not cut it. Now I'm going to cut the flap at about 9.5. So now the page will work like this. This is where we will attach the bit of material, and it'll be able to fold over like that. First part I want to decorate is this front part here, and this is where we're going to put those slides that we made a fair while ago. So I just want to make some sort of little pockets to put them in. I'm thinking I am gonna go with some more laminating paper, just so they can kind of slip in like that. I'm just gonna kind of size it up and see how many pockets we can get in there. So I'm going to go all the way across the flap, but I am going to leave a pretty big gap where the fold is, just so that we can fold it without it causing too many issues. So first thing I'm going to do is just cut out this bit of laminating paper to the same size as the page. Before I sew on the pockets, I'm just going to ink up the page. Now I'm going to cut this twice to make 3 kind of sets of pockets. So I'm going to cut them at 7 centimeters. So now I've got them cut into strips of 7 centimeters high. I am going to sew along the bottom, along the far sides, and then very carefully on either side of the fold, but I'm going to move them about half a centimeter each away from the fold, just to give that gap so none of the slides get too close, so it can still close up nice and firm. Okay, so I've sewn everywhere that needs to be sewn, and being careful not to sew too close to the fold here. I did have to refold it with the bone folder just to make it a bit more crisp. I did make a mistake, and I didn't leave this flap flapped up when I sewed those two, so I've just had to tear them off. I don't think it's going to be a problem, but we will see. So the first thing I want to do is decorate this. So this is going to be a pocket. So I am going to flip it up. I am going to sew a decorative page on it and punch a hole, and then I'm going to re-sew it here and along here. This one should still be closed because it was the top, and then the pockets should still be okay, and it shouldn't interfere with anything too much. So now we've got our pockets on the inside and our flap that is a pocket as well. My plan for this one is to create some little tag pockets by sewing the tags together, and kind of putting that down the bottom here. I probably could have sewn that on first before I re-sewed this flap back down. But I think I will sew these together and then glue it. Before I put them on, I'm just going to ink them up and put some stamps on them. So now that this side's finished, we just need to put the slides in, but I'm going to finish the other side first and put it in the book. So for this side, I'm just going to put a little pocket on it, a full page pocket, but shallow. I'm just going to ink first, and then we'll make the pocket. I'm just going to cut this pocket at 15 by 6. I actually made it 15 by 7, and I am just going to sew on some more of this nice book page and then ink the outside. So I'm just going to sew the pocket on now. And now I am just going to sew this part back down. I sewed here and luckily remembered that I hadn't put a bit of material on yet to attach it. So I am just going to get a bit of material that is just slightly smaller than the height of the page. And it is about 4 centimeters. And I'm just going to fold it in two. And then carefully slide it into the gap between the pages. And then just pull it out far enough that a safety pin can fit down there. And then I'm just going to sew down there. So now it's finished. I am going to put it in the journal. And now I've left a little knot in it, and I'm just going to put the safety pin through that and then thread it through the little cloth. And now I'm just threading it back through the brads. Now we have the page attached. I am thinking about using one of these holes to tie this page down. So what I'm going to do is use a safety pin and put it through both sides of the material. And then I'm going to use a bit of twine to go through the safety pin and the hole and tie a bow. I'm just going to move the safety pin right beside the page just because the material is a bit flimsy, so it was stretching and pulling funny. But if it's right beside the page, it shouldn't. There we go, so that holds that down much better, and once we put the slides in, that will probably sit a bit nicer. So let's put all of the little slides in these pockets. There we go, so that's all the little slides put in their pockets. And for the big one on the back, we're going to put in the big slide. So that's all I have time for today. Next week we will do the other side of the slide. It's going to be made pretty much the same as this one, with the single page and the bit of material thread the elastic through. And then hopefully it'll be finished once we put the special things here. All right, see you next time, guys. Bye.